You got Queen Latifah on set.
Crazy.
To promote your album.
Incredible.
Queen Latifah does not wake up and go on set for just anybody. How did this happen? Because you blew my head off with that one. Yeah. I was like, nah, this is crazy.
Nah, it shocked me that I pulled it off.
It's Ivy Rivera. We're here at the iHeartRadio headquarters. And I need somebody to put the mace on the floor so we can walk in here like kings and queens. I'm here with the one and only multi-platinum selling, Grammy Award winning. He's really like that. Yeah. DJ Drama is in the building, y'all.
I was popping. I'm here.
Oh my God. I just want to reel it back to 2018 when we first met, right? I have to just give you your flowers because I was in a completely different space in my life. You were great, you were in your zone, and I got to see it with my own eyes in the flesh at BET Radio Room. It was crazy.
It was, and we worked the room.
Yeah. And I saw you read liners like I have never seen before. I still have that video on my phone and I watched it in awe. It was like one take Jake. It's crazy.
I mean, I've done that a couple times.
Is it safe to say you're like a robot in a way? Cause you
When it comes to this work, when it comes to working the radio room or, promo runs and everything, I get busy.
Busy is an understatement. I'm so happy to have you here.
Nah, it's good to be here. I've seen you come a long way. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Every time I see you, we're celebrating something that you're doing.
It's a great thing. And we're celebrating things that you're doing too. So, goes both ways. He goes
with the humility. I love it though. I mean, I'm really like that. You're really like that though.
Absolutely.
It's so crazy that every time we have a conversation, it's a constant reminder, it's constant elevation. Mm-hmm. You won a Grammy last year. Mm-hmm. So many years in this industry and you're still getting accolades like that. How does it feel? This is what you do every day.
It still feels great. I can say that the conversation now is I'll ask or I'll have damn, is this the hottest I've ever been? You know what I'm saying? I've had some real key moments and spaces in my career and in hip hop history when I've done some amazing things and been on fire, but it's now in 2023 with all the history and legacy behind me and the things that I'm still doing now and still going, it's fair to say I'm on fire, so that's a fun conversation, and just to continue to get the accolades and to continue to, reach new heights, you gotta love it. I literally started out trying to get my name on a flyer, you know what I'm saying? So to think about where my career has taken me, the trajectory of where we can go from here is it's very inspiring and just motivation to continue on.
Yeah, isn't it crazy that you think of yourself one way, you see that this is the ceiling and then all of a sudden so much unlocks for you. Mm-hmm. I'm witnessing myself just constant elevation, and I always like to reset myself and kind of just unlock that new level of life. Did you see yourself being an executive? Did you see yourself to this day mastering these pieces together to still be a leader in this culture? There's not a lot of people who could be leaders for this long. Yeah. It's crazy.
A lot of it happened organically for me. I've never been one that's been good at that question, when people are what's your 5-year plan or goal or 10-year plan? For me, it's just kind of being in the moment and working. What's ahead of me is things that, okay, I know I have this project that's, about to come out or working on this per se, but the things that I've accomplished or the positions I've gotten in, it kind of just in a sense navigated itself. And then, there are things that I feel like I've put out into the universe and I've manifested. So, I definitely am a key believer in manifestation. Yeah, I didn't start out and say, listen, I'm going to win a Grammy. I'm going to have an incredibly successful record label. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be back on fire. It's just you just go in work mode. And when you're in the moment and when you're creating history, you don't even necessarily realize you're doing it. You don't. It's like I say, I live and breathe this culture so much and I love what I do. And I just have such a passion about it and to be a part of it. I guess for me, at this point, it's just about like the legacy that, I'm going to leave behind, and what, when the story is really told, like what's going to be said about what DJ Drama did for the culture.
It's so crazy how you start as DJ Drama, right? And DJ Drama has such a name now. But in the beginning, it was just being a mixtape DJ, right? Is it crazy? Would you ever consider like dropping the DJ, or it just has so much legacy?
Nah, yeah, I think the name is DJ Drama. Like at some point, it could be like Tyree quotations DJ Drama, Sinkay Simmons.
Artist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But just drama, nah. Like I started out as a DJ. I wear the DJ hat very proudly. Like it's DJ Drama.
Yeah, you're like a multi-hyphenate in a way that you didn't even expect to come to you, right? And I think now this generation is more loud about it because there was a point where the industry tries to box you in. You have to do one thing or figure it out or make it make sense. And you've just done it so effortlessly. Like, what is that mentality? Like, I know curating mixtapes is that mentality of always being ahead and getting that new. But reinventing yourself is a whole different bracket.
It's key. I mean, I think reinvention is key. I think just really paying attention and navigating through the culture, watching the changes, watching the trends has helped me continue on various paths and to stay relevant or to stay like consistent in the game. I have a great team. My partners, Lake and Cannon, not only are they my partners, but they're my friends. And, the type of relationship that we have as friends and, how we motivate each other and play our roles has always been, pretty crucial to me to have them in my corner. And just like, naturally the progression of growing from, budding mixtape DJ to executive to Grammy Award winning artist per se, like it's just about putting in that work. It's about putting in that time. You got to put 10,000 hours into something. Like I'm on like 75,000 hours.
Touching a mill.
100,000, easy of like, the time and effort that I put into, what I do and like what I give to the people.
Yeah, I think loyalty is like a big theme in your career. You've been working with the same people for a long time.
Absolutely.
From business to artistry. Facts. One of my personal favorites is your relationship with Jeezy.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys have been through a lot of phases together, even down to his last album, which is still on repeat for me.
Snowfall is crazy.
Like, who is an artist, in your opinion, that you go into the studio and you guys just like,
lock in? Jeezy's definitely one of them for sure. Me and Wayne have had some very consistent history. Me and Tyler's repertoire is incredible. Like our sessions through Call Me If You Get Lost and even just recently with the Deluxe are definitely like good times. So I have fun with those guys. But, I've had great sessions and great times with so many artists and relationships. Like even if you think about like my history with Tip or like with Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've done a lot of quality work together through the last like 2 decades. Fab is another one. Like, we always, whenever we lock in, we lock in. Wiz, great, great friend of mine, somebody I spent a lot of time with on the road, doing tours with and everything. And, we have a great bond and great friendship.
Yeah, I remember that time. Was it somewhere in Long Island, the Nokia Theater, that you were DJing for Wiz? That was my first time ever like seeing Wiz perform, and it reminded me of how much of a fan I actually am. Yeah, I was like, wow, like he really got some bangers. It went over my head. Shout out to Wiz.
Shout out to Wiz is surprising because like we go out. Literally, I've been going out with him every summer for the last 8-9 years, and like even when he may not have like a hot record out at the time, like. Wiz has a good hour and a half show, like full of slaps from beginning to end.
Facts, yeah, it's a movie. I've been looking at your track list though for this new album. It's crazy. I want to know what's your mind process when you're curating these artists for each record. One record in particular. Can I speak about this track list?
Absolutely.
Okay, you have a track with Nipsey, Blast, and Jeezy. Tell me about that, please. What is the mental process where you're like, I'm putting this and this and this, I'm curating this masterpiece?
Nip was somebody that had, spent a lot of time in Atlanta with me during the Crenshaw era, during the Mailbox Money era, and he would record at my studio, Mean Street Studios, a lot. And that was a verse that he recorded. We built around it, and I took the beat to Blast. He delivered on the hook, and we were trying to figure out who to put on the record. And I played it for Jeezy, and I played it for him when he did the record. It was right around the time of Takeoff's passing. Mm-hmm. So his verse on there is it's very meaningful, and impactful. Where he talks about Take, he talks about Dolph, he talks about losing Nip. Being a part of a record like that, of salute to All Money In, shout to Black Sam. Getting their blessings on using the Nip verse for my project was, meant a lot to me. And me and Nip have so much history from our classics together with Crenshaw, and just another solid individual. Like, very few people that I have a lot of peers in the game, but very few people that I consider friends, and Nip was one of those. So to have him on this project means a lot to me.
That's amazing. I love that for you. You got 14 bangers.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you. Your creative process in the rollout is crazy too. I know it was inspired by Juice, one of your favorite movies. Yeah. You got Queen Latifah on set.
Crazy.
To promote your album.
Incredible.
Queen Latifah does not wake up and go on set for just anybody. How did this happen? Because you blew my head off with that one. Yeah. I was like, nah, this is crazy.
Nah, it shocked me that I pulled it off. Shout out to my A&R staff. They had kind of came to me with the idea about using Juice as a way to promote the album. And when they brought me the idea, I kind of took it to the next level. And I was like, damn, what if I really could get the cast? They wanted to do it in a way of a kind of maybe shooting a video or something. And I was like, what if we really recreated the movie? I ran into Omar Epps just recently. He was with my brother Success, who works at Atlantic. And then so I called I ran the idea by him, and he was like, yo, shit's super dope. I'm super busy, but let's try to figure it out. And then I was like, damn, what if I could really get Steele and Raheem, Khalil and Big J to, play their roles? I reached out to Khalil on Instagram. He was down for it. I was like, yo, what if I could get Queen Latifah to really do her part in the audition scene? So shout out to Shakim from Flavor Unit. I ran the idea by him. He was like, I'm gonna talk to the Queen. And, she was interested. She was like, she considered doing. And then we did I performed at the Grammys for the Hip Hop 50th celebration. And we were at rehearsals, and, she was there, and we were on stage together. And I kind of, ran right up to her, yo, I know you heard about the Juice idea I had. And she was like, yeah, I'm with it. So what do you need me to do? I was like, look, I'm using it as my promo for my album. I just need you to do exactly what you did in the original. And we literally shot it 2 days after the Grammys. Wow. So Latifah was the first person we shot for the recreation. And it was she had this time open, and I was like, yo, I called Jim Jones. Lake was actually it'd be dope. What if you got somebody like Jim to do it? And I called Jim, and he was totally down. We got Jim to direct it, and it was just it came together incredible.
The fact that your peers are these people that you name, it's just yeah, let me just call Jim real quick. Yo, get La on the line. What a life. I love it for you.
And it's fire because it's there's still this teenage kid inside me that dreamed of all this and watched Juice to want to be a DJ and to be living this out and doing this dope shit that I'm doing. It's I can only imagine for budding DJs that are looking at me or others that are inspired by what I'm doing. But it's it's full circle because I know what that inspiration did for me. So it's to be in this bag and to be able to do this dope content and be this creative with where I'm at in my career. It's a dream come true. It's mind boggling.
Yeah, it's definitely inspirational, and I have to congratulate you. I'm always so proud of you.
Nah,
and, I'm a fan.
Nah,
I really am.
You the homie though. We done really put in some work together.
I know. It's crazy. You met me as a coordinator.
Facts.
And now I'm living in my greatness.
Nah, I love it. I love to see it.
Come on, DJ Drama. You see me? We love it, Generation Now. Yo, you doing big things.
I appreciate it.
I'ma always support you any way that I can, big or small. Because, you know, I don't got Queen Latifah on the line, but I'm gonna come interview you.
Stop fronting like you don't be right there, like, you know, Puff be having his parties and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm getting you in the door.
You right in the mix. Yeah, don't do that.
I'm trying to stay humble.
Don't do that.
Man, Drama, is always great to talk to you
Absolutely.
and see you. It's always good vibes. Make sure y'all run up I'm Really Like That. It's a movie.
Yes.
Okay? iHeartRadio
Yes.
headquarters is Ivy Rivera, DJ Drama, the one and only. We out of here.
She's really like that.